Yo, 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 what's up? My name is Petrowski, and today I want to talk about a pretty cool money-making guide or money-making method within PokeMMO. So, the method we're going to be talking about today is heart scale farming. So, the Pokemon you're going to want to be catching to farm this item is going to be Love Disc. This Pokemon's in the Water B aid group, which honestly isn't the worst aid group. It kind of shares an aid group with Magikarp, so people will sometimes use Love Disc to breed onto Magikarp and stuff like that. My favorite way of farming this method is by catching the Pokemon. You actually can get a Thief Pokemon. I recommend getting a Water Absorb Quagsire with Thief. And he has some pretty good bulk, and he should be able to thief the Pokemon. You have to make sure you're usually around the level of the Pokemon, so I go with a level 40 Quagsire, but I'm not quite sure the exact level range. Each Love Disc is going to have a small chance to have a heart scale on them. I believe it's around a 5 or 10%. I think most people have a really huge misconception that it's actually a 50% rate in this game, but it must have gotten nerfed at some point or another. I think in the base games or traditional games it might be 50%, but I believe in PokeMMO it's more on the 5 to 10% range. And I'll show you guys, I did 1 hour of hunting to test this method, and I'll kind of get to the Pokeyen per hour once, a little bit further into this video. Heart scales go for around 5k, I want to say, I believe. Around 5k a piece pretty consistently. Heart scales are used in the game to remember moves if you don't have access to mushrooms and access to Island 2 on Kanto. So a lot of players use heart scales. It's also very convenient to be able to just go use heart scales. So it's important to keep that in mind. They're a very, very used item, very common item in the economy, and they have a really stable price of around 5k. The next thing we're going to have to talk about is, of course, going to be the requirements and where to catch Love Disc. So you either need a catching Pokemon with Spore and False Swipe to really make that a lot easier. That's what I like to use personally. Toxic Orb, Breloom with Spore and False Swipe is very, very powerful with Poison Heal. Really, really great catching Pokemon. Or you can go with that level 40 Thief Quagsire if you would so like. And then you can kind of thief the other Pokemon in the area, but you can't always run away from the battle super well when you thief, which I don't love. So I'm going to be focusing on the catching method for this video, because if you also catch the Pokemon, you have a good chance of catching some 1x31 IV Pokemon, which can go for that extra profit, which I think is just really, really good. I think you just make a lot more money, in my opinion, by catching the Pokemon themselves. But there's tons of spots to catch Love Disc, and I really recommend getting a Love Disc in your decks so you can kind of check them, but I'm going to browse through them really quickly. My favorite 2 spots are going to be here in Undella Town. This is a spot that I'm just in a lot, honestly, for a lot of reasons, for EV training, for leveling, etc., etc. You can also do it at the Pokemon League in Sinnoh. You can do it at Evergrande City. I think Evergrande City might be one of my favorite spots. Evergrande City has some really cool Pokemon as well if you were to get a shiny. Undella Town is going to have Shelder, Remoraid, and Love Disc, of course. And then I believe Evergrande City is going to have Wailmer, which is a really cool shiny that I really like, Corsola, and Love Disc. So it kind of just depends on if you want to be catching those other Pokemon. I know that if you catch some female Shelders with some good IVs, those can go for a lot of Pokeyen, because Cloisters are a really cool Pokemon, really cool PvP Pokemon, and also a really good PvM Pokemon. But that's the basics of the method. It's really, really easy, and really, really, it's really easy to understand and really easy to learn. It basically just comes down to catching Pokemon, catching Love Disc. So a pretty simple, pretty calm, chill, casual method that I heavily recommend everyone kind of try at some point or another. Now let's go ahead and jump into how much Pokeyen you're going to be earning per hour on average. Alright, here's all of the Love Disc I was able to catch within around an hour. Around 30 Love Discs exactly, as you can see. I'm going to take these 3 heart scales. I got 3 heart scales out of 30 Love Disc. So what is that, around a 10% chance? Pretty, not bad. Pretty cool. That's a solid 15k right there. And then we can go into looking at how many 1x31s we have and releasing all of the non-valuable Love Discs. Alright, I took all of the heart scales off the Love Discs and released all of the ones that didn't have stats, and I'm left with this, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6, 7, 7 1x31 Love Disc, and then this noted Love Disc with a nice nature to match the IVs. So they'll all go for around 6k a piece on average, even this noted one. So that's going to end up being around 48k Pokeyen for the Pokemon. Then we got 3 heart scales, don't forget. That ends up being 48k plus 15k. What is that? Around 63k, 63 Pokeyen per hour. It's not bad. It's not great. It's definitely just a super solid method if you do want to go ahead and try this. It's pretty average. This is not a, once again, what I consider not a great method. I'd probably rate this method on, if I'm being totally honest, a 4.5 to a 5 out of 10. It's very chill. It's very comfy. If you like fishing, you can go ahead and do it. If you need your own heart scales, some people like to play a little self-sufficient in that way and do that, which is really cool, and I always encourage that kind of play if that's more fun for you. That's super awesome, but that basically covers the entirety of this method. Ended up being around 63,000 Pokeyen per 1 hour that I tested. So if the video was helpful to you and you guys liked it, please go ahead and like the video. Also consider subscribing for more PokeMMO content and to stay up to date. I really, really appreciate it. Check out all of the links in the description below for more PokeMMO content to learn maybe some better money making guides or other methods in the game that might be what you want to consider. Also, click the Discord link to join that and meet some really cool people and learn about this game super, super quickly. And also maybe consider becoming a YouTube member to me for $5 a month, also in the description linked below. If you really want to go above and beyond and support me in that way, I really appreciate it, and it keeps me making videos and keeps me making content. So thank you guys so very much. Have an absolutely incredible day, and tell me if you guys have any luck with this method in the comments below, or tell me what your favorite money-making method is. All right, that's all for me. Have a great day. Peace and love from Petrowski.